I've worked with thousands of alcoholics. They all have the same belief. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. So I need more. And when you know you're enough, you can still have more, but you don't feel that need to. It's not about changing your weight, your shape, your face, and going out and looking. It's about changing your thoughts. You have to stop being a critic and become a cheerleader. My name is Marisa Peer. I come from the UK, and I've been a therapist my entire adult life, but I created my own brand of therapy called RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy, because I wanted people to know that you can get help faster. I don't think, you see, when you have a brilliant brain, we all have an amazing brain, so we all have the same choice. You can rationalize why you feel so bad, or you can talk yourself out of it. Every day we think a thought, and our body begins to make that thought real. But what happens is when you think a thought about failing or not being good enough or not being able to lose weight or having a terrible memory or being unable to speak to groups, you are actually making that thought real. And every thought you think is a blueprint that your mind and body are working to make real. We think better blueprints. You can all wake up and go, oh my God, today's a nightmare. I'm so stressed. I'm losing my mind. But that's a blueprint and you have to change it. Of course, you can have bad days, bad moments, but you have to pull back from that. We can go every day, I hate my life. And, COVID's made the world so miserable and I can't find the right job. Or you could say, no, I can do all of those things. You can choose being negative or positive, but you can't choose what it does to your body. If you could look inside into the inflammation, the cortisol, the stress hormones you make when you say things like, my job is killing me, this commute is killing me, this paperwork is driving me crazy, I'm dying under my taxes, you would never, ever even say it again because it has such a negative effect on you. Many of my clients who suffer with stress will say, I'm terrified, this is a nightmare. And so the fastest way to work out what's going on is to listen to how you describe yourself. If you want to feel good about yourself, change your thoughts. Tell yourself every day that you're enough. Be nice to yourself. People say, I don't even know, what is that self-love? What does that mean? Well, it really means, how do you talk to yourself? Do you look at them and go, In fact, if you did one thing, which was to minimize how much you criticize yourself and maximize how much you praise yourself, it probably would change your life, because there is nothing that boosts your self-esteem like praise. But your own praise is more impactful than someone else's. They have an agenda, but your only agenda is to feel good about who you are. So I would say praise, upping the praise and lowering the criticism is a powerful way to feel great about who you are. And it really, really works. Yeah, underneath all of our issues, whether we're shoplifting or hoarding or eating or drinking, it's all to do with what people describe as emptiness inside. And if I'm empty inside, I need more. But if I'm enough, if I can go, I am enough, I'm absolutely enough, I don't need what I can get more. I can improve my relationship, improve my body. But I'm not coming from a space of lack. I'm coming from a space of, well, I'm enough. It's like always, I'm looking for my other half, but you're not half. You're not a half of a person looking for someone to complete you. You're already a whole, complete person. You can find a great person and you can enhance your life, but don't come at it from, where's my other half? Who's going to complete me? I'm incomplete. You are complete and lovable and wonderful and amazing. And it's like a ladder. You see, if you started off with a ladder and the first rung is, I'm not enough, then the way you have to feel from that is a negative feeling. If you say, I'm not enough, think, well, how would I feel? I'd feel sad. I'd feel defeated. I might feel pissed off, actually. I'd feel depressed. I'd feel helpless. And if you thought that thought and felt those feelings, how would you act? Well, you'd be defensive, probably. You might not take any risks. You might have inaction. I don't do anything. What's the point? I'm not enough. And if you went back to that ladder and took out the knot and said, I am enough, then how would you feel? You'd feel pretty good. You'd feel optimistic. You'd be a risk taker. You'd feel happy, you'd feel positive, you'd have a sense of certainty, it's all going to be okay because I'm enough. And then how would you behave? Well, you'd take action, you'd ask for that pay rise, you'd ask that person out. So it all goes back again to the thought, and your thoughts are yours to change. So when you look in the mirror and go, oh, I don't like my body, I don't like me, I don't like my voice, you have to stop all and then go, hey, I'm enough. Everything comes back to believing you're worth it. So the only thing you need to do ever to have love, including the love of yourself, is to believe you're worth it. When you know you're worth it, then you can go out and get it because you know you're worth it. But if you don't know you're worth it, you can go out and look for it, but you'll always reject it because you're coming from it with, I don't really think I'm worth it. 70% of lottery winners are dead broke, bankrupt in 3 years. And isn't that weird? They went from nothing to immense wealth. I met someone who won, I think, £15 million and lost it. Well, I met someone else who won £11 million and was dead in 3 years because he just drank every day. And why is that? Well, they never believed they were worth that because they just got it. And so if you want anything, whether it's love or wealth or health or joy or success, you have to do it like this. Step one is you must believe you're worthy of it. And that can take a little while, but it's not exactly work. You just keep saying, I'm worth this. I deserve this. I deserve love. I deserve wealth. I deserve health. I deserve success. So really wiring you're worth it. Because 80% of having wealth and love is the belief that you are worth it. When you've done that, and you've got to do that first, then take a minute and decide, what does that look like? Because I want to be a millionaire. I don't know, just want to be a millionaire. But no, you have to know for what. What are you going to do to be a millionaire? What are you going to do to find love? What does it look like? You know, it's a question of looking at the existing lies that we all tell ourselves every day. How I exhausted. I mean, starving, and that's a word. Nobody in our country has ever been starving. Nobody's ever been famished, because famished means you're in a famine. So we all do it. We might as well just do it in a more skillful way. Like Muhammad Ali said, and I love that, he said, I told myself I was the greatest before I ever was. And then something amazing happened. I became the greatest. So that's a great thing to look at. Muhammad Ali never said, I'm all right, me, I've good days, I'm not bad. He said, I am the greatest. But we have to be our own best friend and talk to ourselves in a much kinder way. Practice self-love rather than self-abuse, because the more you can love yourself, the more lovable you become and the better your life is. And it's just, you know, it's like you can walk into an exam going, oh God, I'm going to mess this up, or hey, I've got a fantastic memory. And every time I go on stage or even in front of a camera, I lie to myself and say, I love this. Oh, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than doing a live interview with the BBC. It's not true. I'd often be rather lying on my sofa watching Game of Thrones, but I don't say that. I go, I love this, love it, love it, love it. Because when I say it, amazingly, it becomes my reality. You know, when I don't run a lot, when I used to run, I'd set off and I go, I love running. I love running. And I really didn't love running. I'd much rather laying on the sofa watching, I don't know, a movie. But I told myself I loved it. And then what happened is it became amazing when I first became a writer. And writing's very isolating. I said, I love writing. There's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be than sitting here writing this book, which wasn't true. But what was so amazing is within weeks it became true. I thought, oh, I love writing this book. There really is nowhere I'd rather be in this minute than writing this book. So pick your lie, pick it like an Olympic athlete would go, I love training, so excited about I'm going to get a gold medal. Pick your lie, repeat it to yourself. And by picking a good lie, you can probably make it real.
Thank you so much to Marisa Peer and her team for setting this up. The links to all her stuff is down below. Please go check it out. If you enjoyed the video, go see more of what Marisa is up to. For me, this has had a profound effect. I am now looking at the way that I talk about myself all the time. Today's video was made possible by MulliganBrothers.com, where you can now buy the Inspired Change t-shirts, and the new Not a Journal is all there linked on MulliganBrothers.com, link in the description. It helps support the channel. Thank you so much. Have a blessed and productive day. Go follow me on Instagram at Jordan MulliganBrother, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.